Hey guys, welcome to the 5Cs. This is Planet Head flying as Robert Gould Shaw. Um, Back again. I am in the middle, the second third of my work traveling, so my time has been a little bit limited. But I am back home for the weekend and I'm going to be making some videos and been spending my eve time. I feel kind of productive. Um, oh, that's not what I want. That was sound. We don't want sound while we're playing. This will be a short video, I think. Hopefully I'll have a much longer one either later on tonight or tomorrow. I am going to be doing something a bit different today. Uh, I am upgrading. I'm almost there, and that rolls right into my tip of the day. Tip of the day, tip of the day. Um, where's that from? That's from the Dan Patrick Show. Something similar to that. Doesn't matter. So, long story short, I am in Minmatar space flying Mr. Robert Gouldshaw, who is focused on Minmatar ships. And if you have watched any videos of mine in the past, you'll notice that I've always flown pretty inexpensive, if not super duper cheap ships. For the first time ever, I am about to upgrade into a Tech 2 ship. I'm currently flying around in my probe right now. But my tip of the day is, and I thought about this a lot because I had the skill into it, and while I was waiting to do so, thought about how I would want to do it. And this may not be 100% correct, but I'm going to be buying the ship in high sec and fitting it out. And my first thought was buy the ship and then fit it out with basic stuff, and then get better at that. Well, I've been flying around my probe for a while, and I'm going to be buying a better exploration ship. So I thought, well, let's bling it out a little bit. Well, then I figured out, okay, well, what skills will I need? And two tips. Number one, don't just skill into the ship. Look at what you want to put onto the ship, which are your major factors. You don't have to put everything onto it, but what are your major points that you definitely need to have to make that ship worthwhile? And number two, in my mind, now that I've flown around in low sec and null sec and a little bit of wormhole space, um, get the frick out of high sec once you buy an expensive ship. Now, this isn't going to be a super expensive ship. This is going to be a little frigate. It's a starter one. I'm going to be buying the Cheetah later on today, most likely. I'm not spending the money until I'm able to do it. It is the Minmatar Covert Ops ship. And it is basically the upgrade to the probe. The big thing I wanted to do is focus on the things that it does in particular and skill into those as well. And so the biggest one here that it's different from the probe in is that it's allowed to fit a covert ops cloaking device. Everything else here is just an upgrade of the ones before, still big bonuses, but to really fit this out, I'm going to be going with a covert ops cloaking device. Two things that does. For the first time in, I don't know if I've done it briefly, if ever, I'm going to be using a cloaking device. The covert cloaking device allows you to move around more freely, if I'm not mistaken, when you have it on. But the other part being that it will allow me to get out of how. What is going? Oh, I think I've got ESPN on. Go away. Let's close out all my windows over here and minimize that. So, rather than just skilling into the frigate, I also put in the skills to be able to skill into the covert ops cloaking device. So, let's just take a look at my skills here. So for the cheetah, this is requirements. I have to have covert ops 1, and then I've also got to have, I thought I needed to have electronics upgrades. Yeah, electronic upgrades of 5, which was the longest train, which I'm working on right now. And then for the covert ops part of it, I needed to have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, cloak 4. Let's take a quick look here. Traits, we'll go ahead and click on a covert ops size. Yeah, cloaking level 4, and I have those in here. So if you'll see here, I have them all loaded in here. I've got the electronics upgrade, covert ops, cloaking, cloak 4. Maybe this is a third tip. I'll talk about the third tip before I talk about the second tip. The third tip is the fact that if you notice here, I still have 9 days left for skilling up in the electronics upgrades, 30 minutes here, 21 hours here, and 15 days here. The big thing here is right here. I have been slowly accumulating my unallocated skill points. I have over 560,000. And I really like doing this. Some people would say, well, why don't you just get that on there so you can fly your ships better? Well, if I'm flying the ships that I'm flying currently the way I want to, then why do that? Maybe I can slowly upgrade them with my stuff, but banking this stuff up works perfectly for a situation like this today that I want to try something new. And so I can, later on today, once I get up there, use those skill points, and boom, I'm almost to cloaking level 4 right there. Once I get that all the way up, then I can buy both my covert ops and my frigate and get rolling. I'll probably upgrade the probe launcher, the probes, and some other items that are on it, fit it out a little bit better. Big difference between the probe and the cheetah is that the probe you use drones, or you can use drones. The cheetah, I don't think you can, so I've got to figure that part out. But so this is my third tip of the day, but my last tip, and this is really short. I'm not sure it's really worthwhile to fly something like a Tech 2 ship in high sec, where you can fly it in null sec, and you're actually safer out there from people who want to gank you. Who all they do is they look for expensive ships to blow up in high sec, and they gang tackle you. Where out in null sec, it's a lot less people in the area, and you keep an eye out for things. And all of the work that I've done prior to today, by flying around in low sec and null sec, will help me to live out there. Now, will I die day one? I'm betting not, but you never know. But I'm willing to fly this ship and have some fun. And then that might be the cornerstone. Last but not least, and I believe in this, a lot of games I used to play where I used to try everything out, try every ship out. One thing I've noticed with Eve is that with the skills, let's just look at the tree here. So each one of the ship trees. Now I'm going to be flying, hopefully, later on today or tomorrow, my cheetah here. Oops, that's a claw. Where are you, Mr. Cheetah? It's the wolf, hound, cheetah. Okay. So if I want to fly this cheetah, I'll suddenly be able to fly this ship, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this wolf here as well. No, I'm sorry, not the wolf. The hound. Now the hound isn't that big of a thing for me. It's actually a torpedo ship. I think it's a bombing ship, if I'm not mistaken. But the big one here is a cheetah. But here's the kicker. I've only focused on Minmatar. I really haven't focused on any of the other areas here. But let's say I do want to fly a um, Amar at some point. Once I've skilled all of these up and then maybe moved on to destroyers and then maybe moved on to cruisers, the same, if I'm not mistaken, requirements other than the specific ship, the requirements to fly those ships um, don't change. So that goes for the equipment, other than the guns, and things that you want to throw on that ship. So let's just take an example. Let's talk about the cheetah here, and we look at the skills that are requirements for it. Got the Mimitar frigate, so that one I would have to do. But then I need the electronics upgrades here. That's a 9-day train. That's a long, well, not a huge train, I think, for the players who played it a long time. For me, that is a long train. So let's say I want to switch over to Galente, okay? And down the road, I want to fly an upgraded Galente ship. So I want to fly the Helios, which is the same thing. It's a scouting ship. Notice here, the electronics upgrades and the covert ops are the important things there, but I'm already going to take care of those with the Minmatar side of it. So the only thing that I'm going to have to skill up to fly this ship is the frigate, the Galente frigate. So, and that's half the time there, literally. So while I'm having fun messing around with the with my cheetah here, I'll be skilling myself ever so slowly into other things. So I'm just going to keep rolling through here, I think. Now there's certain ships while I'm flying on my own I'm not going to need to learn how to do. Let's just take a look here. So we've got the Scalpel. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody fly. Oh, that's why. It is a remote shield boosting ship for fleets. That's useful to me. So I probably won't skill into that, at least for now. But definitely got the Hyena Stasis Webfire Target Painter. So that is also a fleet ship. So might not need to train into it, but I might throw some stuff on the side. And that's where you can bank those skill points and throw them in if you want to try them later on. Got a Jaguar here, missile. So that's a missile, and looks like a missile PvP ship. And the Wolf, it looks like a projectile PvP ship. And then the Stiletto. Wait, okay, let me just see here real quick. Okay, so the big difference between this group here, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So looks like the Wolf and the Jaguar are your assault ships that are going to do a lot more damage, just off the top of my head. Whereas the Stiletto and the Claw, if you notice, they've got propulsion jamming bonuses. So in other words, they are able to tackle things faster. So they're kind of maybe your fleet PvP, or maybe if you're really good, better than me, your regular PvP one-on-one, because they can jam easier. Don't know, but these are ships that I could train into and then carry them forward into the other things that I want to do, into the other groups. So, so that's kind of the plan. Gonna keep this one short because I'm gonna get some stuff done while I'm skilling up on the side. That's the one thing I love about Eve, is I can go get some stuff done around the house, skill into what I want to do, and blow stuff up later on today. And once I get the ship, hopefully I'll take it straight out to low and nullsec and mess around there. Might start doing some real jumping into wormholes here soon, and just flying around. So I may do some videos on that. Like I said, I'm in the middle of my work trip. I am home for 2 days, so I'll try to play a lot of Eve and maybe make 1 or 2 more videos. And then I'll be back on the road for another 5 days, and then hopefully I'll be home for quite some time and be able to get back to regular gameplay and regular video making. One thing I do want to try out soon is the 2 upgrades to Eve, the Eve Anywhere. I want to see how that works, maybe do a quick video on that. If you haven't tried it, I was trying to get into it and I realized you have to be in a certain area that allows it. It's Eve in your browser versus the GUI. You also have to have a mega account, which I have, but I had thought about doing an alpha account with that, but now I understand probably why they don't want that. Um, so, and then there is a new player experience out there, which makes me wonder, do I want to make a second account just to see what it's like? I don't know. I can make a second account and just let it sit there, but I wouldn't be able to do the Eve anywhere on it. I'm thinking about that. So, um, the one thing too is I'm trying not to do videos of things that are already out there that are done better than the ones that I do. This is more a set of videos that says, hey, if you are as bad as me, follow along. I think I might, I don't know, I might do a video series with that, like 1 day a week. I don't know, we'll see. So, other than that, uh, fly safe, have fun, and I'll have a video up later on today, most likely too. If not, tomorrow morning, once I get this ship up and running. Alrighty, have a good one. Bye-bye.